Alright, so blood platelets are one of component of blood, okay, that make up the composition of blood. So basically with these ones, in terms of shape, they are irregular shape, okay. So just give you something like this, okay. So their shape is irregular. They don't have a defined. They don't have a well-defined shape, right? So let's say, yeah, so they don't have a well-defined shape. So in terms of shape, their structure, their shape is irregular. Okay, so they've got irregular. Okay, they've got irregular shape. That's one thing that you need. That's one thing that you need to note. And in terms of sides, they are about 1/4. Okay, so in terms of side, they are about 1/4 the size. They are about 1/4 the size of RBCs, right? Then another thing is that these ones, okay, they are just cell fragments that are enclosed by a membrane. So they're just cell like fragments that are enclosed in one membrane. Okay. So what I'm saying is that they are cell fragments. Okay. And also, just like the red blood cells, they do not have a nucleus. So just like the red blood cells, also blood platelets, they do not have a nucleus. Okay, then in terms of its lifespan, so their lifespan, their lifespan is usually, so their lifespan is just usually 5 to 9 days, right? So their lifespan is usually 5 to 9 days. And in terms of their function, we know that blood platelets, these ones, they aid in blood clotting, right? So that's about a few things in terms of their shapes, in terms of what they are. They are cell fragments that are enclosed in a cell membrane, or that are enclosed in one membrane, rather, sorry. They don't have a nucleus, just like the usual red blood cells. Then their lifespan is just 90 days, and their basic function is that they aid in blood clotting. So we'll look at clotting as a function of blood. For now, let us look at another composition of blood. Right, so that was about the platelets. Now, so the last component of blood, okay, that makes up the composition of blood is blood plasma. Right, so is blood plasma. So this is the last component that makes up the entire composition of blood. So basically, this is just a liquid, right? It's a yellowish liquid, and it is made up of 90%. Okay, so it's made up 90% of water. So that is about the blood plasma. So basically, you're able to see this when they do the separation of this blood, like during the process of centrifuging. So and also in the plasma, this water that we have, so 90% is water. So we also have proteins, right? So we also have proteins. So soluble proteins are able to found in this blood plasma. So examples of proteins. So examples of proteins that we have in the plasma, okay, that are soluble proteins, we've got antibodies. So we've got antibodies. So antibodies, these are just proteins. So we've got antibodies. They are found in the blood. So antibodies are basically found in the plasma. We have fibrinogen, right? So we've got fibrinogen. So fibrinogen is another protein that is found in the plasma. We also have prothrombin. So prothrombin. So these are the proteins that I'm going to look at, or I'll talk about these proteins when we look at blood clotting, right? So and also some other variables that are able to be found in the plasma. We have products of digestion, vitamins, you'll find them, excretory products, you'll find them, even hormones. Also it consists of hormones, so even hormones are able to find. So ladies and gentlemen, this is just about the basics of blood compositions. So we said blood is essential for human life, such as it has got different functions ranging from transport, clotting, and other functions, or maybe also defense mechanisms. So we looked at the composition of blood, and we started up by saying that blood, basically its first composition, we looked at the erythrocyte, which is basically the red blood cell, right? So we looked at the RBC, right? So we looked at the RBC, and about it we said that it is responsible for carrying out oxygen, for transporting of oxygen. It consists of the hemoglobin, don't forget, and also the absence of the nucleus make it possible for it to carry as much as oxygen molecules as possible. Then we looked at the WBC, which are white blood cells, that forms up the soldiers of our body, or the immune system of our body. Then we went on to look at platelets. Okay, so we looked at the platelets, okay, and we said that these platelets also, they're the one that are responsible for clotting, and we said they are just like the RBCs, they don't have also a nucleus. We said they don't have also the nucleus, just like the RBCs. The last but not the least that make up the composition of blood, we said, is the blood plasma, which is about 90% of water, and in it there are soluble proteins such as antibodies, fibrinogen, thrombins, hormones, and etc. etc. So that is about the composition of blood. Now in my next video, I'm gonna talk about, or we'll be discussing about, the functions of blood. Thank you so much for watching, and join me. So click in the next video for you to continue on this topic. Thank you so much. This has been A Friend Explains, IK, and let's get to the next video.